Okay, so I won game one. I'm one win away from the 5-0, and I will say, like, I think the pressure got to me or something, because I made a lot of misplays in this game, and this was a game I basically almost threw away, honestly. And had I blown it, which I was very close to doing, then that would have been, I probably lost game three. That would have been very disappointing. Okay, so mistake number one, well, actually, the mistake was not playing Bloodstained and getting a white source. Honestly, there's no, that was just idiotic on my part. Because I knew I was going to have to play Raucous Theater at some point, and having a white source on my next turn was infinitely better than having a pure red source. So that was just idiocy. But I knew I wanted to play Bauble just because they had I saw Force of Negation, and this is a Phoenix. Well, I actually didn't know this was a Phoenix deck at the time, but it was clearly a deck with face looting and stuff, so they were going to make use of 0-mana spells. So the idea of Bauble, I did that so that I could Prismatic Ending the next turn. The problem was I did not Bloodstained Mire for a white source, so now I'm in a very awkward spot. I kind of want to be able to Stone Rain the next turn, so that's why I play this, but because of that, they've got another attack with Tamiyo coming up. And here's where they get the Planeswalker, I believe. Yeah, they get the Planeswalker here. Yeah, they get the Planeswalker here. They can't do that yet. But again, because it's such an awkward situation, yeah, I decide I have to Prismatic Ending the Tamiyo, because it's just going to get them card advantage to preordain or consider after. And because of that, I can't play Stone Rain or Rest in Peace the next turn, so that gives them another turn to do stuff. If they wanted to Arclight Phoenix, I would have done it. Luckily, I did not. So here's where, how do I do this? So, how did I do this? So I boom. Why did I boom then Rest in Peace? I think I boomed. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered ultimately because Rest in Peace would have shut down my Flagstone's effect. It mattered for the future if I had saved that Flagstones or not. But I guess the idea was I still wanted to save that Flagstone, so I decided to boom, then Rest in Peace. Boom, crack, then Rest in Peace. They try to Force of Negation, they can't. So that's done. Rest in Peace. Yeah, I've got, kind of like that game against Breach, I got 2 bubbles of Rest in Peace, and I got that locked out. So again, I feels like I'm in a good spot here, but it gets a lot more nervous than it needs to be. Given the state now, it gets a lot more nervous than it needs to be. Yeah, so here I do this, just because I know if they do have a Spell Pierce, I have the mana for it. Again, this is a case where I still decide not to. Here, okay, I definitely should have cracked the Bauble at some point, just because, red, I guess I was afraid, if they have some kind of 1-mana artifact destruction, so, I didn't end up seeing any, but, yeah, I think this is a case where it was a little less excusable. There were several things I've done in this game that are not excusable. Yeah. But clearly with that, they've got the Tamiyo, so now I'm in a bit of a jam. Now I have to. Luckily, they're not getting... The thing is, they're not going to be able to use its second ability. So, I can. As long as they don't get to the 7-mana ability, I'm good. I got Haktos. Again, it's like, I didn't feel the desperation to have to crack Bauble yet. Now the key here was I know I have to hit Tamiyo because I cannot let her get to her 7-mana ability, so I attack her, but my power is reduced by 1, so she doesn't die. Now I'm just hoping to draw something. Now they're getting lands. Ooh, and now this is the play that made me think, oh, did I just blow it? Okay, so actually it's so critical I do Hacktos here, because here they play Snapcaster. Actually so critical, because like, otherwise that Tamiya would have went off. I mean, I'm like, I don't know what you're doing, Mana Morphos, but all I know is you're not gonna have mana on my turn. So here I smack Cameo, but I'm like, that 3 mana is worrying. And here they play Magus of the Moon. Now here I decide, okay, well it's not like, actually here I decide to just counter, destroy it, so I can get my free Hacktos shot in. So now it's kind of like, okay, well, there's a lot of, I saw Flame of Anor, so they cast that, I'm in trouble. They have another Magus of the Moon. Okay, Sunbaked. So first I get rid of the Magus so I can crack the Sunbaked, because this is Hacktos. And then I crack this. So here I decide to boom, just so that they can't counter my Hacktos. They get Snapcaster damage. And now I'm just praying this doesn't land on 2, which it does not. It lands on 3. So I'm like, okay, just don't play something with 3. Play Demilich. It's a 4. Hacktos is safe, and I drew a Bolt. And I drew a Bolt. Him down to 2. Bolt. And that is game. So, I mean, I think a game that was a lot tighter than it needed to be. A game that I legitimately almost completely choked away. But I won. And I got the 5-0. A very different set of matchups than the last one. Like, completely different set of matchups. And honestly, I feel like, I don't know, the more I talk about these, the more I have to say, I guess. So I've been, you know, a lot of interesting things and lines and strategies and mistakes to talk about, think about here. But yeah, again, really hoping that those of you who see this, you know, decide to play SOFR and Hacktos, keep playing it, and keep winning with it. And let's turn this into a tier 1 deck. And that's all I gotta say. Let's get it there. Let's get a top 8 challenge.